So the global demand for animal-based food products is expected to increase by 70% within the next 30 years. Producers are now challenged with meeting this demand in a more environmentally friendly manner, but also improving animal welfare. Local 4's Linsey Tobin does report in this week's Ag Connection. Technological advances may be the key, but they're also controversial.
We've all heard the term GMOs, or genetically modified organisms, but let's take a technological leap forward, and we have a breakthrough known as gene editing. Scientists can target specific strands of DNA to either delete an undesirable trait, such as horns in dairy cattle, or knock in a desirable trait, such as disease resistance.
Gene editing is to go in and make precision modifications to specific areas in the genome of an animal or a plant, or of any organism to help accelerate that process that used to take decades.
Decades of natural selection and strategic breeding now can be done before the embryo is put into the surrogate. Supporters state this would drastically improve animal welfare, breeding performance, and most importantly, mitigate infectious diseases in herds, such as the African swine disease or mad cow.
Those are certainly modifications that bring immediate benefit to the animal. But also then subsequently they bring economic value as well.
Gene editing is approved and commercially marketed for plants such as BT corn and soybeans, but not yet approved for livestock animals.
To be able to use some of the newer tools available to animal scientists around the world that will allow us to not only continue producing really healthy and safe food for consumers, but also to continuously reduce the environmental impact of that work.
But will this tech be ethically and legally acceptable? Some argue this practice is not morally right because it pushes animals to grow bigger and faster than nature intends. Others say this will further intensify space restrictions that already exist and will lead to animal suffering on factory farms. Critics also question the long-term consequences to both animals and humans. In a letter dated April 14th of 2022, 11 national ag organizations expressed their support to transfer federal regulations of gene editing under the FDA over to the USDA for a more modern, predictable structure of rules. The current regulatory structure under the FDA stifles U.S. producers' ability to implement much-needed innovations. Other countries, including the UK, Japan, and Australia, are adopting proposals which will allow for the commercial development of gene-edited livestock. With today's Your Ag Connection, I'm Linsey Tobin.
All right, so public comment period is open on the USDA's website. For more on Linsey's food and ag reports, all you have to do is go to our website at ourquadcities.com/youragconnection. That's under the features tab.